What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 107, and we start today's episode off with an international management offer. It comes through Colombia. Now, I was actually tempted to take this one because Colombia do have some fantastic players when you think of James Rodriguez and Falcao and Cuadrado and Jackson Martinez, who, believe it or not, is not Ecuadorian. Clark Carlisle, he's actually from Colombia. I was thinking about taking that nation, but then I thought, nah, I'm not going to bother. I still want it to be a major nation, the likes of Brazil, Spain, Germany, and I know that Colombia are a really good nation. They were my dark horses for the World Cup, looked very decent indeed, and I totally get that they could be a good nation for us to manage, but I want someone who are already really well established, and who I know that I have utter confidence that if we ever used them in an international tournament, we'd probably definitely get to a final, if not the semi-final at the very least. So with Colombia, totally understand why they could have been a good nation, but I said no, and we're still going to wait for someone else. Maybe England might come in for us. Yeah? No, probably not. Still, we take on Manchester City for the first game of today's episode here away at the Etihad Stadium. Of course, a return for Joe Hart, obviously spending so many years playing the number one goalkeeper for City. Now he's at our club, West Bromwich Albion, after his summer transfer. He's obviously been having a great start for us this season as well, so I was looking forward to seeing how he would do. City have been underperforming in the league, so I did fancy our chances, and the first chance would fall to us in the 24th minute. Lacazette going on a storming run, but I didn't have the finish for our French striker, and it was still 0-0. And in the 41st minute, a great chance for City to score the opening goal of the game, but Cavani's shot goes wide, and it was still 0-0. Really, nothing happened in the first half other than those two chances. It was quite subpar. So in the second half, both teams wanted a bright start, and it was City who had the first chance. Scott Sinclair's shot testing the gloves of Joe Hart, and he turns it behind for a corner, and from that corner it's Yaya Toure, the Ivorian, who's going to cross the ball into the centre, try and cause a bit of a scramble in the 6-yard box, and Joe Hart catches it really comfortably, and instead of just holding the ball and waiting for us to regroup, he quickly kicks the ball out. Niang flicks it on, it comes to Lacazette. Lacazette plays it back to Niang. Niang heads the ball past the goalkeeper Ruffier and makes it City 0, West Bromwich Albion 1, as we celebrate in front of the travelling fans. And what a lovely goal that is. Only 3 players involved in Hart, Lacazette and Niang, but the quick counter-attack movement was just fantastic. I say these two work so well as a partnership. If you go back and watch the whole goal of that, a whole build-up, watch the way they move. It's so good how they always seem to know where the other one's going to be, and it just seems so. It just doesn't seem right. You know what I mean? Like, no strike partnership I've ever had, like, you know, for a long time at least before this, seemed to work in this way, where they always know where they're going, and that was a really nice goal there. City 0, West Bromwich Albion 1, and Joe Hart was called into action again on the 66th minute, desperate to keep a clean sheet at his old stamping ground here, and it was still 1-0. And from the corner, it is Yaya Toure who's going to cross the ball into the centre. He aims for the captain Vincent Kompany, and his header is cleared off the line and turned behind for another corner by Kyle Walker, I think it was. So still 1-0, but in the 80th minute here, City are on the ball again. It's Emenike on the ball. He gives it backwards towards Danea, then finds Yaya Toure. He finds Edison Cavani. The Uruguayan finds Danea, the centre-back, pushed up to play striker really as the game was going on. Mika Richards then collects the ball down the right-hand side here, and the right-back crosses the ball in. Cavani flicks it on, and at the far post, Emenike, who came off the bench for John Guidetti, makes it 1-1. So the Nigerian levels the score here at the Etihad. Very unfortunate goal for us there. We had 2 chances to get the ball away, but I just wasn't commanding enough in the air, and as Emenike headed in at the far post, and he made it 1-1. And in stoppage time, the last chance would fall here. Emenike finds Barisic, he finds Yaya Toure. Toure, the Ivorian, collects the ball, gives it to Hylton here, then back to Yaya Toure. Lovely 1-2, and a shot is taken, but it goes just over Joe Hart's bar and behind, and that was how the game would finish as well, a 1-1 draw. It was quite a good game for the neutrals, but I was really disappointed at the fact we only scored 1 goal, and the general build-up for a large percentage of it was really subpar, and that's something which you will never really get to see on my videos, because you just get to see the highlights and the goals, obviously, unless it's a live commentary where you can see how I'm passing the ball around. But in that game, I gave possession away a lot of the time, and you know, we in a way we were kind of lucky that City didn't punish us for such bad possession. But even so, a 1-1 draw. It's only our second draw of the season in the Premier League. Every other game has been a win, so I'm not exactly too negative about it. When you think about the start we've made, you know, comfortably top of the table, still unbeaten, but you know, I'm someone who strives for perfection. I'm someone who strives to always make improvement and keep on going with the progression we're currently showing, and to have a game which didn't really follow with what we had been doing before that, which is good possession football, solid defending with the amount of clean sheets we've had. It was kind of disappointing, really. But still, we took on Liverpool in midweek here at the Hawthorn. So, two big games, really, Manchester City and Liverpool. Both sides currently underachieving in the Premier League in this season, in this game. So, as Liverpool came to the Hawthorns, I was fancying our chances of getting ourselves to 3 points. And I was very pleased to see that Martin Skirtle was picked by Brendan Rodgers as well, because every single time I face Liverpool and Skirtle's in the lineup, he usually makes a few mistakes. So, good chance for us to exploit that, really. But the first chance would fall in the 5th minute here. Andre Carrillo's on the ball and takes it around Joe Allen, who just gave the ball away. He keeps on going, beats him with the Berber spin, cuts inside. Really good opportunity here. I try and place it to the far corner, but Mignolet makes the save and Liverpool get the ball away. So still scoreless. But in the 10th minute, another good chance for us here. Ricardo Rodriguez plays the ball forward towards Niang, who gets past Lovren there. Lovren's way too slow in the challenge. Niang has Lacazette in the centre if he wants him, but instead I go for goal myself, and in the end he's taken down and the referee gives a penalty offered a challenge by Moreno. So penalty to West Bromwich Albion. At first I wasn't 100% sure whether it was a spot kick or not, but the reason it was given is because the Spanish left back came through the back of Niang, well, sort of through the side really, and that is why the referee gave a penalty, because as you can see he wins the ball but he comes through the side of his body in order to win it. So it's a debatable one, I'll say that. There are some referees that wouldn't give it, there are some referees that are, but in this occasion the referee did give it, so we had the chance to take the lead from 12 yards. So it's going to be Niang against Mignolet, and unsurprisingly Niang scores, blasts the ball into the top corner and makes it 1-0 to West Bromwich Albion. So very pleased to get the goal there. The guy's had an absolutely fantastic start to his season, as you'd expect. He's been great since he ever came in, really. And Mignolet just rooted to the spot. Niang almost takes the camera out there with a penalty, and it is 1-0 to West Brom. So West Bromwich Albion 1, Liverpool 0. And in the 23rd minute, Ravel Morrison's on the ball, fake shots around Matuidi here, and goes down the right-hand side. He has a runner in Salvio, and he picks him out. He takes on Andre Wisdom, beats him with a body feint there, then roulettes the ball through Skirtle's legs, and the referee awards another penalty to West Brom. So 2 penalties in 25 minutes. What was I saying about Skirtle? Always makes a mistake. Well, if the first penalty was debatable, there isn't really much you can complain about this one, because the ball goes through Skirtle's legs, he just seems to take him down from behind as easy as you like. So penalty to West Bromwich Albion. The first one, again, pretty debatable. I don't think there's much debate about that one, to be honest, considering how ferocious the challenge was from Skirtle. So another penalty. It's going to be Niang against Mignolet again. Can he make it 2 penalties from 2? Or is it going to go to the same corner? Well, why mess with a winning formula, right? I go to the same corner, Mignolet goes to the other corner, and it's the same result. West Bromwich Albion 2, Liverpool 0, 2 penalties scored by Niang, and it is 2 goals to the good already with just 25 minutes on the clock. So the game looked as good as done at this stage. I mean, Liverpool hadn't really done anything. They just kept on giving the ball away, and we kept on exploiting that with fast counter-attacking football. So 2-0 to us, and you couldn't really see Liverpool getting back into the game. But direct from kickoff, Daniel Sturridge is on the ball for them and gives it to Matuidi. Matuidi plays it out wide towards Moreno, who was playing right back for some reason in this game despite starting a left back. But as Joe Allen finds Daniel Sturridge here, he finds Mkhitaryan, who plays the ball inside, and Fabio Borini scores a fantastic volley and makes it 2-1. So Liverpool back in the game directly from kickoff, and the Armenian Mkhitaryan played a brilliant ball forward, and Borini said thank you very much to the former Borussia Dortmund and Shakhtar man as he volleyed the ball in so nicely. Look at the way he wraps his foot around that and puts it past Joe Hart and makes it 2-1. So the Italian scores, and it's 2-1. I was thinking, out of nothing, we've already surrendered a 2-goal cushion, and Liverpool are back in the game. So I said to myself, do you know what? I want the 2-goal cushion back, so I'm going to run through with Lacazette and get it, and that's exactly what we did. Couple of nice skill moves there, and as he fake shots around Martin Skirtle, he's just so lethargic on this game. Like, he's just, there's nothing about him. Skirtle plays like a 64 rated bronze card in the sense that, yeah, he's got some decent strength, but he's so slow and he's just so weak in the challenge, and I don't know, Skirtle's just so easy to play against for me. But still, West Brom 3, Liverpool 1, Lacazette getting the goal, and the 2-goal cushion was back instantly, and we are already on course for the 3 points. But in the 39th minute we had a corner, Carrillo crosses the ball in, Sane wins the header, and it's cleared off the line by Matuidi, I think it was, and the follow-up shot was well saved by the Belgian goalkeeper Mignolet and cleared away. So still 3-1, but nothing really happened then until the 75th minute, when Paul Pogba collects the ball and finds Coutinho. The Brazilian chips it inside back to the former Juventus midfielder, and his first shot is saved by Joe Hart. He gets his own rebound with the header, but again Joe Hart denies him. So still 3-1, and as I said, the game was already ours really. In the 85th minute we play out from the back. Hart finding Salvio to Jordan Henderson. The former Liverpool man finds Saido Berahino off the bench. He gives it back to our right midfielder Salvio, who's got the pace to beat Lovren, but instead he cuts it inside, picks out Mbanyang, and he picks out the bottom corner and gets his hat-trick. So hat-trick for Mbanyang, West Bromwich Albion 4, Liverpool 1. Okay, 2 of the 3 goals are penalties, but even so, it's another goal for the guy who just can't stop scoring right now. Very nice team goal as well, really nicely worked there with the good possession style of play, and that was a really good way to bounce back, you know, after the disappointment of the City game, where, as I mentioned, we didn't really do anything positive. In this game, we were much better. Would have liked a clean sheet as well, but you can't have everything, and you're not going to say no to a 4-1 victory against Liverpool. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode of Career Mode, then please do leave a like, and I will see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.